Hello there, this is Jamie coming in live from the editing suite. This episode is it's a freestyle episode, so it's a bit all over the place. So just enjoy it for what it is. Some of it won't make sense, some of it will. It's just there, you get to hear a bit of it. You get an insight into what me and Shaun are like, just chatting. Hopefully the plan is that we'll have episodes like this and we'll alternate them with episodes with actual content and format points probably, but we'll see. So yeah, enjoy.
Hello there. There we go.
That's it. This is good. This sounds good.
We're cooking on electric now.
Yeah, I think what I really need to invest in is some arms.
Yeah.
So we can bring them up and then I can relax and you can bring it close to you, can just swivel it about. I think when I first saw it, I didn't think, that's going to be a good idea. I just thought, probably don't need it. We've got this little stand here, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But actually, as nice as this is,
because you see
it's,
people, they sit back, don't they?
Yeah, you're almost as good just sort of carrying it like a normal microphone, I guess. I'd have to get it off.
That's it, yeah, because we're very hunched as well, anyway, we're like this.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love these little things. I think these are a great invention. And the little jack in your phone protectors as well.
Oh, yeah.
From all the flinty pockets.
Yeah, I never have it for my phone.
Don't you?
But
I always plug one of these into the...
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I've lost them now. I need to get some more out of the drawer, but I always protect the charge port with these.
It's a good
so
idea.
You don't have to dig out the stuff every couple of months because it ruins it, doesn't it? They protect it when you're not charging it, obviously. I'll just put it in for work.
That's a good idea. Until I got this, I didn't realise that they existed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they're great for phones, yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because maybe not so much now, but I used to get loads of like fluff.
Yeah, and it builds up. When you push the charge lead in, it pushes it all to the bottom and then it stops charging properly. And it just pops out constantly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal. And then you stand there sort of trying to aim some light into it with a pin.
That's it.
Scoop out.
You've got the smallest pin going and you can just hear it scratching the metal. You're going, oh, it's
and
breaking it.
and you shouldn't really, but you end up doing it, don't you?
Yeah. And that's why the iPhone charger, even though I don't like iPhones much, they are good. Because it is just an hole, and then you can just dig out the hole. Whereas everything else, you've got to work around the little,
that's it.
The little copper point in there, and you're like, scratching it to buggery.
You are scratching away,
yeah,
just hoping for the best.
Yeah, these are spot, and you can get them for your earphone jacks as well for your phone.
Okay,
and so it saves you just digging out fluff. Just when you're not using your earphone, because it's all Bluetooth now as well.
Yeah, so that's it. I don't have an earphone port for it.
Oh, it's just a champion, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that USB, which is why I had to buy an adapter so I can plug headphones into phone.
Into your phone, yeah.
It's a bit annoying, but it's fine. It works.
I'm surprised your phone didn't come with a adapter without a jack hole.
No, because they give you headphones with a USB-C.
Oh, already built in.
Yeah.
I see.
Not a bad cup of tea, is it?
Yeah, nice cup of tea that, mate. You've done well.
Yorkshire tea, that.
Yeah, we have Yorkshire in my house.
Those tea bags are quite old, so it's always hit or miss whether they're going to be any good or not. But they seem all right.
You can't go wrong with Yorkshire tea. If Sean Bean shouts at you on the advert, you're going to get Yorkshire tea.
It's the best tea, isn't it?
Sorry, PG, but it is. Tetley.
Yeah, it's because they're inferior.
Yeah, inferior.
Don't care who you are. Yorkshire tea's the best tea. They're not quite, but they're almost like a 2-cup bag.
Oh, you can reuse, yeah. If you were on a budget, you could use them again.
There's a company in the north called Ringtons, and they do 2-cup tea bags. and they're really nice. You only use them once. You just get all that flavour out
in one good mighty squeeze.
Oh, they're really good though. They are easily comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had one or the other, you'd be like, yep, I'm happy.
That's where the money's at, though, isn't it? Good tea bags.
But if somebody's going to just throw out some dishwater to you, it's no good, is it?
Don't drink that. We don't have that in my house. No gold label.
That's it. Well, we should probably introduce ourselves and then just carry on talking and just.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Because then that way we can
just crack on with it.
Just crack on talking shit.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Which I think so. Which I always quite enjoy those sort of chats. So I'm Jamie
and I'm Shaun,
and normally we talk about usually something Star Wars related. Obviously the podcast itself is called "What If Qui-Gon Didn't Die," and in the last episode we explored that idea. This week we're just having a pretty relaxed sort of chinwag, just a little bit of a catch up and
get the motor going,
and we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. So welcome along to the podcast. Hopefully it's not rubbish.
It won't be rubbish.
No.
It won't be rubbish. Oh, did you see the photo from the card show?
I did, yeah. Put a little comment on
you
there.
You did. I liked your little comment. That was nice, though. I'm going to drop that in here.
Yeah.
Met the voice of Ash Ketchum, didn't I? Come on.
Yeah,
I was very happy with that.
That's quality, that is.
Yeah, I was extremely happy with that. And she gave us a little hug at the end. I don't know if the hug was appropriate.
Were you complaining?
No.
Well, there you go.
Good vibes only.
But you spent time with Sam there, haven't you?
Yeah, good vibes only. That's what he says. Yeah.
He loves it, doesn't he?
He loves his good vibes. But after us, we walked back round again later. She had put a mask on, and so had her little helper, who was her daughter.
Oh, like a COVID mask.
Like a COVID mask. So we got there so early that she didn't feel so sort of attacked by people.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she said she was going to Japan like after the card show. So obviously you can't be ill, otherwise they won't let you in.
Yeah.
So I was like, we were lucky to get a hug and a picture off of her without a mask on there.
Yeah, I think you did well.
Yeah, straight there.
Is it weird in the same way that Bart Simpson's also
a woman?
A woman.
Not really. Not now I've grown up. If I was a bit younger, maybe I would have found it a bit confusing.
Yeah, because I know when I was younger and you see Bart Simpson, his little boy, and you're thinking, I'm a little boy.
Yeah.
And
you think a little boy's voice in him, don't you?
Yeah, or at least it's a bloke who's putting on a younger accent somehow.
Yeah.
And then you find out a few years later that it's a woman. You're like, that's insane. If you see videos and she just drops that accent straight in.
Yeah, absolutely.
People look at her like, what?
Yeah. It's always them shorts on YouTube, the late night talk shows, and they just bring out character after character.
Yeah.
No wonder why they get paid for it, because I would not be able to do that. But yeah, it was, being the age I am now, it was just like, there she is.
Yeah.
Right, there's the voice.
I wasn't, because I didn't know who voiced Ash at all. I had no idea, not even crossed my mind. But when I saw it was a woman, I didn't even think twice about it. I was just like, yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because little boys sound like grown women.
Yeah. And then they grow up to sound like this. Then they become Seth Rogen and all the rest of it.
And that might have been Tim Allen.
A bit of both, maybe. Oh, Tim Allen. Oh. Seen any Christmas films yet? Have you dived in, or are you waiting?
So I'm not a Christmas person.
Right. Okay.
It's just
fair
not
enough.
It's just not my bag. However, last weekend, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Classic Christmas film.
Yeah, it's good.
Classic Christmas film.
Love it.
Yeah, I like that.
As much as I love it, I fall asleep watching it nearly every single time. But I've watched it many, many times, and
you can play it through in your head, and if you wake up, you're at the right point.
I don't normally sing along with stuff. I can sing along with that film quite happily.
Oh, that's good.
And it's amazing how many lyrics you remember.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Once you've watched it a few times, it's just becomes really easy.
It's a great film. To be fair, I haven't watched any yet. I'm waiting really till Christmas.
Yeah.
But that's got to be one of the first ones, I think.
What else is on your list?
I do like Klaus, because it's about a postman.
I've seen
it's the cartoon one on Netflix. A lot of people are mixed on it,
Yeah,
but
I've seen
I
it,
really
actually,
like
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I watched it a few years ago actually, with my kids, because we just sat there, which we watch. Oh, it's a Christmas film,
and it's a cartoon as well, so it's quite engaging. It's quite. I like that.
Yeah, I think it was all right as far as Christmas films go. I'm not into like the Santa Claus or the other more traditional kind of dramatic Christmas films.
What about what's the Arnie one?
Oh, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way, yeah.
That's the one with it's turbo time.
Yeah, it's turbo, man.
Jamie.
Yeah,
of course I love it.
Yeah.
Arnie's one of my favourites.
There you go.
And he says my name, so who's not gonna like that?
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, no, that's got to be on the list. I quite like Elf only because it just reminds me of the old place where I used to work. Yeah. Every Christmas we watch it, like without fail. So now it's ingrained in you.
Yeah,
we have to watch that at Christmas now. Love Actually.
I don't think I've watched it actually.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. You know, lots of people haven't. So I'm like, well, better watch it just because you have to. Yeah. You have to watch it. But then I like Die Hard as a Christmas film. Controversial.
So I love Die Hard, and I never seem to watch it at Christmas. But every year I think to myself, I'm going to watch Die Hard.
It's a Christmas film.
And I never watch it, but I've watched it so many times.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's a great film.
I think the only advent calendar I would now have is that one with Hans Gruber falling off the side of Nakatomi Plaza. Yeah. That's the only one I'm interested in.
Yeah, that's a good one. I saw one where it's literally just you peel off bits of his face in the air vent.
Oh,
and it's just a box, and then like every time you open it, you pull it to the side, and his face appears like as you open all the dates.
Oh, amazing!
Great film.
Yeah. It's funny. I never think to myself, "Oh, I like watching Christmas films." And in fact, if I see Christmas films, I tend to avoid them. However, I like Nightmare Before Christmas. I quite like Elf. It is funny. It's joyful.
It is joyful film.
I watched the deleted scene of it. Popped up on Instagram the other day, where they're playing hockey. And all the elves are playing hockey because it's in the North Pole, and then they sub on Buddy, and he's massive, so he's just knocking them all out. It's just carnage. It's absolute chaos. You could tell why he wouldn't be. It didn't make the final cut because normally he's really sorry when he hurts people, but when he's playing hockey, no, it's game on.
Yeah, it was your old dodgeball type film humour where he's knocking them all out. Yeah.
So I'd watch Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd watch Elf, 1 and 2, Home Alone.
Oh, classics. Can't watch any others. Only 1 and 2.
I've never watched the others because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, don't do it. I watched number 3 once.
Regret.
Big regret. Just trying to, when you defrag a computer and you see it all sort of mush up like that towards the end, that's what I'm trying to do with all the stuff I don't like in my head. Just trying to push it to the end and then pull it out of my ears. But, number 1 and 2.
They're the best ones.
Films, yeah. And the woman at the end of 2 doesn't like Piers Morgan. Yeah, so it's a running meme. Number 2, you know, the bird lady.
Oh, yeah, she does, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's not just a meme. I think she does look like it.
Yeah, she does. I know you say it. Now I think about it, yeah. Oh, it's a good conspiracy, that, isn't it? What if they are the same person?
Twins, separated at birth. You know.
Are we talking about Arnie again?
Yeah, no, it's good. You get the little list on Netflix or Now TV or whatever.
Yeah.
Any other services are available. Obviously, I'll put that in there.
Yeah, because we are the BBC here.
Yeah, that's it. We all pay television license for a reason. And there's some good ones on there. Some I've never seen before. But have you seen Bad Santa?
Love Bad Santa.
Yeah, good.
I've watched that quite a few times. It's always really funny. They couldn't release it now, I'm sure.
No way.
Because it's just disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, taking a piss out of a fat kid constantly is just probably the least offensive thing in the whole film.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, in today's world, it would get shot down straight away, wouldn't it?
Massively. And Billy Bob Thornton, he's superb
Oh,
as Santa, isn't he?
His delivery is just so cold.
Yeah.
And like
mean,
crisp and mean.
He's cruel, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's so good. So
good.
funny.
So good. Thinking about films that can't be released now, because I always think that about Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to release that now, would they?
I've watched Tropic Thunder once, and it was so long ago I barely remember it.
Right.
Apart from the fact, probably the reason most people remember it is there is somebody in blackface, and that is now it's struck off, isn't it? You can't.
You wouldn't be able to get away with it
No.
now, not at all.
I don't know how they got away with it first time round, to be honest.
Yeah, because I don't even think it was the time frame. I think it was just so funny at the time. People let it get away with it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if it come out now,
people.
And then the little Jack bit as well, whatever it's called, the bit where he dresses up with the straw hat and does his thing. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it gets
still funny though. Like I still watch it and go, oh, yeah.
It's gonna be good. Yeah. I need to watch that again. I need to get back on it and see what's going on. But I think it's similar for a lot of any of the early 2000s films.
Yeah.
And anything before that, basically you can write off anything outside the last 5, maybe 10 years is probably a write-off for today.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because there are some great films, and if people can see it for the humour that it is, they would have a great time.
Yeah.
But too many people now get offended and feel attacked, and so we all have to.
That's it. Yeah. There's a lot of
adjust our expectation on humour.
Yeah. That's where I was going as well. Yeah. It's difficult because there's a lot of funny things out there. You see comedians get away with it, but that's like a closed circuit.
Yeah,
thing.
It is.
If you don't go and watch the comedian, you won't know what he said. And yet if it's a film, it's open to everybody and everybody's interpretation, which is a shame, because even like the Santa Claus now, you think he gets fat, doesn't he? And they take the mick out of him eating all the time. Would that be allowed now if they remade that film now and brought it out now? I don't think they would,
because it'd be body shaming, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and bullying in the workplace and all sorts. It would be crazy. And
poor Santa, he'd be off with mental health issues.
Stress,
yeah.
And he wouldn't get sick pay.
No,
not in this country anyway.
Because his employer is himself.
Yeah. Does he do his own tax? Who knows?
I think he can get away with it.
Yeah, being Santa, yeah. Oh no, yeah, I do like a Christmas film. It's got to be the right one though. I can't watch all of these weird little Channel 5-y sort of homemade jobs. Like, I just got to be select few.
I think that was the same. Sometimes when I see the Netflix ones that come out, I sort of go, I don't know if this is going to be good or not, and I end up watching them, and sometimes they're all right, sometimes they're not. Klaus was all right. That was a Netflix one,
but good for kids. Klaus, this is the thing I think with your kids.
This is
nice.
This is the dilemma I had. Was I wanted to watch a film with them.
Yeah.
But what can you put on? And you think, well, I've got Netflix there. Let's put something on there. What's on there? I think the choice now is probably better than it used to be a few years ago. I think they've
got a few more on there now.
A few more films on there, but back then the choice was limited, and the stuff they were making was also limited. So, like, there was the Kurt Russell one.
Oh, Christmas Chronicles. That's it. Yeah. Quite good. Did you watch it?
I watched it. I didn't pay much attention. I probably fell asleep on purpose halfway through.
Just got comfy on the sofa, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. That is generally what happens. I love Kurt Russell.
He's funny.
His hair is some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love it. I do not. I do have some sort of hair jealousy because it's incredible, but it's still a Christmas movie. But it's a traditional style Christmas movie.
It is an old school style movie, yeah.
And I think I struggle with that.
Yeah.
But I think this comes from like even when I was a child, watching the one with Dudley Moore in, which I think it's just called Santa Claus, or The Santa Claus.
No, it's not the Santa Claus. Is
I think there's two The Santa Claus, but one of them is like a contract clause, and the other one is just the traditional clause spelling.
Yeah.
So when you say it, It's easy to get the two confused.
Yeah, but I think I know which one you're on about, because the other one's Tim Allen, and it's the Santa Claus with the contract, and the one you're thinking of is the other one.
It's the old one with Dudley Moore. I cannot stand that film.
No.
And it was on every year, and every year it'd come on and be like, this is the most boring film I've ever watched. I hate it. And there's no way I'd watch it now. If I saw it was on, I'd just
flick over.
I'd leave the room.
Yeah.
If it was on, I'd have to leave the room. I wouldn't be able to sit and watch it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of films like that though, isn't there? And I think you are bombarded at Christmas with things to watch, but there are some gems out there.
Yeah, there are. Like we say,
I like Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a true winner.
It's a really, really good one. I love the animation style on it. I love the music. Just everything looks so good. Yeah. It's crisp. One of the biggest revelations I ever had with that film is I used to watch it on an old DVD.
Oh right, okay.
So it was at the lower. This is nerdy tech talk.
Going from VCR to DVD, them early days when it just sort of went from VCR and it was basically just a re-record.
Pretty much
to DVD. Yeah.
So the quality on it wasn't amazing, and obviously TVs got bigger, so the as you look at it, the quality looks even worse because it's now being blown up and it's a digital reproduction. And then got the Blu-ray.
Magnificent.
It's unreal, the difference.
Yeah.
And in my mind, my memory of it, so I watched it a couple of weekends ago on Disney Plus. Now, I'm very aware that if you watch something on a disc on a physical format, that's the best way to watch anything because you get the maximum bit rate.
Yeah.
I'd say it's really fucking nerdy. When you stream it on Disney or anywhere, it's always reduced. So they'll still say it's in 4K, Ultra HD, and all the rest of it. But the reality is, it's still a lower quality.
Well, yeah, it's coming wirelessly to your TV from another source. Yeah. It's not going to be a physical form going through a copper wire. It's going to be delayed.
Exactly. So it's easy when you break it down like that. But I think a lot of people would watch it and go, "This is 4K."
Yeah.
And it's like it is
on paper.
But you just go and get yourself the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And slot that in, and they go, "What's a Blu-ray?"
Yeah, well, that's the thing now, isn't it?
These days.
Yeah, nobody even has Blu-ray. You remember all them people who used to collect them? Yeah. They'd have walls and walls of DVDs. That was you, was it?
Oh, yeah.
And
cabinets,
now, you can't even get rid of them in CX.
No, I used to love having them. Thankfully, I can still play them on the Xbox, but it's not the same as having a proper dedicated Blu-ray player.
Blu-ray DVD player. The drawer would open, and you'd be like, "Get the popcorn ready, pop it in."
It's just unreal, and so that difference. When I watched Nightmare Before Christmas on that full HD or 4K Blu-ray, which I must have played through the Xbox, which.
It's got a decent player in
It's okay, isn't it? It works, it plays.
Yeah.
Maybe the purist would be like, no, you need to go and spend 500 quid, please.
Yeah.
on something that you'll use occasionally because streaming services have killed everything.
Yeah.
It looks almost 3D.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It just, the way it pops out, I don't know if they did some sort of doctrine with it, like some sort of digital remastering.
They must have done to make it
stand out a bit more than it.
To reduce the pixelation, I guess.
Yeah.
To make it on a bigger screen. They must have remastered it somewhere.
It depends. So if you take an old film, it's all done on physical film, isn't it?
Yes.
If it's not a digital recording, you can extract any resolution you want in theory.
Yeah.
In the same way, you take a picture with a 35mm camera from years ago, you send it off and you get them to blow it up and they say, well, what size do you want? You can go, postage stamp, it's going to look fine. A4, it still looks great because all the details in there because it's physically in there. When it's digital, you are limited to the amount of pixels you've got.
Yeah.
And if you're not recording at the right level, so I think a lot of cameras now, the good cameras will record it like 8K plus.
Yeah.
Because they know when they want to, in the future, when they want to blow that up further for
home cinemas.
Home cinemas, or
Yeah.
if people do have 8K DVDs or whatever, projectors, etc., they don't want to lose anything.
Yeah.
And it's always better to have too much detail and reduce it than not have the detail and try and find it elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I think Nightmare Before... I don't actually know how they filmed Nightmare Before Christmas. I think this is how good this film is. It's quite old now.
Very, actually.
Yeah,
think of how old it actually is.
It's scarily old. And as I sat there last weekend, and I'm really usually pretty good at working out how did they film this. I don't know now, and it's probably just it's a product of what we see currently. I don't know if it was all early CGI stuff, like early computer graphics, or if it was physical stop motion.
Oh, Wallace and Gromit
really,
style, yeah.
But like obviously really high quality.
Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit is high quality, but it's got a style that always looks like it's, and that's even if they made Wallace and Gromit on a computer without the clay, they'd film it and it would result in the same style because that's the style
that they want. Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a stop motion claymation? Maybe not claymation, but some sort of stop motion recording. I think it is.
I wouldn't know without doing the old trusty Google.
I know.
I can't remember.
But that's how good it. How good it looks.
Because it looks like. Did you watch The Corpse Bride? Because I think that's CGI.
Oh, is it? But it's the same style.
It's the same style, and it looks. You know, if you put them together, you would think that it's all done the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Top thing. How was Nightmare Before Christmas made? Is a stop motion animated film. The actual characters were not animated, but physical sculptures that were repositioned for every single shot until they created a coherent sequence of pictures. Wow.
That's incredible, isn't it?
And that film is quite long for an old film.
It's only an hour and a half.
But
not even an hour and a half, I don't think.
But that's still quite long for a stop motion film, yeah.
If you find out, same with cartoon films like The Lion King and Disney films, it takes them years to make one film because every single scene flows so fluidly that they have to create all these sort of micro parts.
Yeah.
Because you think if you're filming normally, it's usually 24 frames per second.
Yeah.
So if you were to reduce that, well, if you take that literally, you've got to make 24 frames of footage.
Yeah.
Per second manually.
Oh, it's a different world now, isn't it? I used to love them old Disney films as well.
But yeah, the fact that they've made that by hand.
Yeah, they had to be at the 19 sound stages and hundreds of settings. So every single scene where it was a different setting, like not the street or a house or the thing or Oogie Boogie's house or whatever.
Yeah,
they made each one, and each setting also has to have little secret areas where they could come up and change stuff without touching anything else. God, the work! What an amazing thing! Yeah. Oof. Wow. And then we have 8 children.
It's amazing that the amount of work that goes into that. But you can. So if it's stop motion, that means they filmed it.
Yeah.
Physical camera. Probably, given the age of it, there's a good chance it was done on 35mm, which means it can be expanded quite easily.
Yeah.
Either that, or there's some really clever people, and they just even because the Blu-ray for it came out years ago.
Even the Blu-ray is quite old now.
Yeah. So it must be that even then, if it was digitally filmed, they've taken the existing image, blown it up, and then smoothed the edges and left it looking crisp still.
Yeah, because I was going to say it's still crisp picture though, isn't it?
It's superb.
It's not rough on the edges or anything like that. See, I want to watch it now.
I know.
We should do a podcast where we watch it and it's just our faces going.
an hour and a
That's
half.
amazing.
An hour and a half of two people watching something.
Yeah. Oh, that's
who,
it.
Who would watch something like that? Oh wait, all of Channel 4.
All of Channel 4 would watch that. But it's funny. It's funny you say that because I'm going to name drop Veronica again. She's doing a podcast and she's re-watching the first series of Pokemon with her daughter and filming it, and that's her podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because obviously when she records it, she only sees her line bits.
Yeah. Oh, so she's never watched it?
She's never watched it, the full episode with her or any of the other characters in it, sort of put together in sequence. Because obviously it's only a dub, isn't it? It's a dubbed episode from Japan or whatever. And she's watching them again.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if she likes it or if she watches it just going,
a bit cringe.
This is rubbish.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I'll have to have a watch. I'll have a little watch and let you know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you like it already, so it's.
Yeah.
But
it's easier for me to watch.
she's never seen it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see her reaction. Because imagine if you were a voice for something, and then you were like, "Oh, I don't know if I can listen to my own voice doing something, or romantic cartoon or angry cartoon," and you're like, "Oh, I sound a proper cringe there."
Yeah.
I don't like my voice doing that.
But do you think that because you're putting on a voice, so when you spoke to her natural voice, did she sound like Ash?
No.
So, if she's putting on a voice,
I guess
she's not listening to herself in the same way.
You wouldn't get that sort of throwback of your own voice memory of doing your own speech. It would be, I put on a voice for that. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because nobody seems to like the sound of their own voice.
Mm.
But if you're putting on a different voice and you listen back to it, you can kind of go, well, that's not how I sound.
Yeah.
That's me putting on a voice. It's just me being silly.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. So maybe it's not so bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have a watch of it and I'll let you know. I'll let you know next time. Next time.
Throw forward.
Yeah. Yeah, loads of people. Because I was going to say to you, like, I've seen a few things where people they're just doing reaction podcasts now, where they're watching things, and the podcast is them just talking about what they're seeing live.
Yeah.
And then that's just what they record and just throw out to the universe.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, isn't it? Or part of me thinks I'm too old for that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I don't think I could sit there.
It's like unboxing videos. I'm just not a.
Yeah.
When I don't watch people unboxing stuff.
Yeah.
That's not strictly true. Every now and then,
yeah.
If I'm after something, a specific product, and I'm searching for it to get some reviews or whatever, sometimes the reviews come with an unboxing, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm not sitting there watching a channel that just unboxes stuff just for fun.
Yeah.
That's
it's not my cup of tea.
It's not. But people love it, and I've never really understood the fascination with it. They just, yeah. So I don't really understand those unboxing videos, but some people love them.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Yeah. Wow, that's just the thing, isn't it? Everybody's in for something.
It's amazing. It still blows my mind what's available on YouTube. As things that people watch and actually do well.
Yeah, and have loads of views as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw something in there. ASMR, like tickling videos and stuff.
Yeah,
they tickle the microphone and stuff, or whisper into a microphone for an hour and a half, and it's got like 100,000 views.
It's insane, isn't it? I kind of understand why it works, but it's not something I'm going to sit and watch because it's just not interesting.
I don't have an hour and a half to sit and listen to it either. I'm sorry.
I don't mind. So those videos where it's just literally somebody sat in front and they are, like I say, tickling the microphone or, just talking in a really weird way or making. So the ASMR stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of get it when it's attached to something else. So like there's an Instagram account which I follow, which is a guy cleaning cars.
Oh, okay.
But he's like doing the interior. So he's there with the Hoover. He's got his little brush, and the brush is kind of thing.
I think I might have seen a little clip of that.
Yeah, he's called Detail Dane.
Because there's actually in saying that, there's one I like, and he's called Mountain Rug Cleaning.
Oh, right.
And he cleans rugs, and that's kind of ASMR-y.
Yeah.
But and you can just hear the little machines,
Yeah.
And then when he brushes it. But I just like seeing all the dirt come out. So I will actually sit and watch that because I'm like, oh, look how clean it is.
Well, that's it. I think that's what I don't mind. Yeah, so it's just that, it's just when you're seeing that bit of detail and it's just bringing that sound in. I don't watch it for the sound. I watch it for the cleaning, or watch it for the that sort of. It's quite satisfying, I suppose. But you need the sound to sort of back it all up. You need to see that when that brush gets in between a couple of buttons, and you can hear.
Yeah. Or you hear the little crackle of the mini Hoover nozzle, and you just hear where it's picking up some crumbs. You're going, oh,
you've
the
got
sweet spot there.
There's some good ones in there.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? It's an old raisin.
Yeah. Oh, crisp crumbs, no more.
Be gone.
But there's loads of stuff like that on you. Like
that and
if you go diving in woodwork. Oh, but that's quite a nice one actually.
Because it sounds good, but when you do woodworking in actual life, you do hear it all, and it sounds really good. When that chisel's scraping over, it's just it sounds good.
It's satisfying. It is satisfying.
And so that is ASMR, but it's also backed up by a visual that matches. So it's more about immersion rather than I'm going to make some weird noises and your ears are going to feel funny. Yeah.
So I'll say about my earlier comment, because I do actually like the mountain rug cleaning guy.
Okay.
And I like the car cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
And the wood chopping stuff.
Yeah.
And the cooking ones. You remember the pot? I've just done it silly on myself, and I actually quite like it because I don't talk. I'm like, show me cooking potatoes. You don't have to say anything, mate. Just show me the potatoes. There we go.
Are you mashing those?
Yeah.
Yes, mash them.
Boil and mash them. Stick them in a stew.
Stick them in the potato ricer.
No. Physical mashing all the time.
Well,
I love a physical mash. Get your...
Yeah, so I watched the video the other day. It's a guy called Sam, the cooking guy.
Okay, never heard. Is it good?
Amazing.
Okay,
I love him. He's he cooks everything. He's got this outdoor kitchen,
right,
and he's got some great stuff out there. And he's got his whole range of all his own branded equipment and all his knives and aprons and all the rest, and it's really good. But some of the stuff he does is incredible. So what the first video I watched him do was he made a curry and then put it in a burrito.
Nice.
And I was just like, yes, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
He's really good. So I watched a video of him a week or two ago for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And he was doing some side bits. So he's doing mashed potato.
Right.
And he used the potato ricer. Now, I used to have a potato ricer.
Okay.
And it's fine. But it's a lot of work. It feels like it's easy to crush it. And it comes out really nice and smooth. And it's great. But you're putting one, maybe two potatoes in at a time. Squash.
Yeah.
Next potato. Squash.
And if you're doing a big dinner for the whole tribe, like what I do, you're better off just getting your big old masher in there.
He came out.
It does come out nice and smooth.
He just had a sort of a smallish bowl, sort of a 6-inch bowl or something, and it was super smooth and creamy. And then finishing touch, he had it almost like a well in the middle. I sort of dipped down. He just dropped more butter in. Bearing in mind, it's already got butter and cream in it, in the mixture anyway.
In the mash. Oh.
So then, and then he's seen this butter just melt, and he's got some chives on there as well, and it was super smooth. So the rice is really good for it, but I'm with you. I'm mashing it. I'm just getting in there. I'm sticking a good chunk of butter in there.
Yeah, and just going to town on it.
And I don't mind the lumps.
No.
And I leave the skin on because the skin's where all the That's where all the nutrients are.
Yeah.
So that all goes in there. I eat a lot, and yeah, sometimes it's lumpy, but it's always tasty. Salt, pepper.
It's like rustic mash, though.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Rustic mash.
Yeah.
You don't need this posh high-end mash.
I mean, some
Mash
of
is mash.
some of the stuff you do with potatoes, though, I love.
Yeah.
Just love a good potato.
Have you seen? I watched a video where they sliced it so thinly that it was literally like paper, and then I can't remember. I think it's like fondant potatoes, and they stack it up, put it in the fridge wrapped up, and then they deep fry it, and then they like covered it in cream and chives or whatever, and it was just like that thick, but no grease was dripping off it. It was just dry, crispy on the outside, like warm and soft in the middle. It must have just been like eating a marshmallow of potato. Yeah, out of my expertise, that. But
so I made Hasselback potatoes once, and as long as I didn't do it wrong, I think I did it right. Basically, get your potato, and you just slice nearly about 3/4 of the way through. Yeah. Just slice.
Oh, and they look like and you open them up, the little.
And then you can drizzle in your butter or your oil, and then you just bake them.
Yeah.
When they come out, they're all nice and crispy on those edges.
But the inside middle bit at the bottom is all cooked nice and soft. Yeah,
it's good.
I haven't done that yet for me, Nana.
Yeah, you should try it once and just see. It feels actually like a lot more work than just doing a roast potato. Yeah. Because you have got to slice and as many slices as you can, I guess.
But then that's good, because my little compulsiveness will be like, you make sure them slices are
You'll be there with your ruler. 1 millimetre.
There we go. If I can measure this in Warhammer, I can do it for this. Come on.
So
there we go. Different potato. You don't just boil and mash them and stick them in a stew.
No.
You do Hasselback.
Sometimes I give them some hassle as well.
The Hasselhoff potato.
Yeah, some chips, some new potatoes.
I love new potatoes with the skins on.
Yeah, always with the skins. Yeah. So if I get a bag of them, I'd cook the lot in one go.
Just chuck them in the pan?
Stick them all in the pan, cook them all off. Then what I do is drain the water out, load of butter in there, salt, pepper.
Give it a toss.
Some herbs in there as well. Get the heat back on.
Oh.
Because then the butter will melt and you sort of mix them all up with all the herbs.
Oh, okay. With the heat on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Serve half of what... Remember, you put a whole bag in there. Serve half.
Yep.
Drizzle some of that melted butter on top as well. God. That's day one. That's delicious. Put the remainder in the fridge. Day two. Get them back out. Stick them on an oven tray. Stick them in the oven. Cook them up for 20 odd minutes. What you had the day before was delicious because it was soft and it was moist and it was juicy and it was all that. What you get day two is the same flavour, but now it's crisp. And it's
like little mini jackets covered in herby butter. Mate, stop it, man. It's potato porn, this is.
It's the best.
Potato porn.
Yeah.
Episode 2, the potato porn. That sounds nice. I do like a bit of that. New potatoes with the butter on.
Yeah, because you'll do one day and they'll be like, what am I going to have tomorrow? Well, you can have anything you want.
With the potatoes.
These nice crispy. And they're already made.
Yeah.
You just fire and forget. Stick them in an oven, forget about them, and cook whatever else you're doing. Yeah, this is
nice
it. You're going to go away from this and be like, some potatoes.
Yeah, I do like potatoes because I do my own chips, I do my own mashed roasties, all the rest of it, blah, 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 blah. Don't really make dauphinoise for me, Nan. She ain't up for that.
All the cream.
Yeah, she ain't good for that. She gets up at 2 a.m. and eats chocolates anyway, so I need to lower the intake of sugar during the day because she, instead of having a glass of water, she's chocolate at night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I won't do that. But I like the sound of them because, new potatoes in our house is normally just boil them, little bit of butter on the plate.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you, I like to doctor them in the pan.
Yeah, get them all in the pan. Yeah. That's
where the heat is and stuff, and that's where the magic happens. Because for roasties, that's what I do. Parboil, and then I salt, pepper, herbs, and a bit of oil in the pan with a bit of butter. Shake them all around. Then I'll put them in the hot dish.
Yeah.
After they've been doctored in the pan.
Yeah.
Scrape it all out so they're all like fluffy on the edges. Just put them in the oven.
That's a good shake. That's what you need to do. Yeah.
You need to ruffle up the edges.
That's
you
where you
just
get the
put
crisp.
Them in. Yeah.
Same when I do the chips.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just slice them up into whatever size you like. I've got good technique on my chips now, so they look like chips, not just like chunks.
Funny wedges.
Yeah, they're now actually pretty square in that pan, just for a few minutes. Same deal.
Yeah.
But instead of the butter, I put in a bit of olive oil.
Yeah.
And then I stick it onto a hot tray.
Yeah, because it's already got to be hot from the oven. See.
Yeah.
You got to warm the tray up first.
Yeah.
To get the sizzle.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you won't get that. Yeah. It needs to do that. Here we go. These men know what they're talking about.
Some people will say once you've finished boiling that potato, you need to stick them in the fridge.
What, to cool off?
Yeah.
See, I like putting them straight onto hot pan.
Yeah, I do as well. And they come out lovely and crispy.
Yeah.
And they're sort of good to go.
I'm not one for putting them in the fridge.
I don't have the patience. I want them now.
Yeah. They've got to be cooked.
Yeah.
Because they need at least an hour, sometimes an hour and a half in the oven. Depends what shelf they're on. You know, sometimes it needs a bit longer.
An hour and a half.
But I only have the oven on 180, see, because we've only got a little oven. So if I'm trying to multitask meat, carrots and roasties and stuff, it needs to just stay nice and equal. And they're going, don't open the oven door, just leave the heat in there. I want to put my Yorkshires in, my homemade Yorkshires. I'm like, if anybody opens this oven door while these Yorkshires are in there, you're getting a slap.
Yeah.
Because if they drop because of you, I'm done. I'm done.
Do you use a specific recipe for your Yorkshires?
I do the same every time. And if I deviate, I instantly know the difference. And I'm going, I put too much in there.
I use Mary Berry's recipe.
Do you? Go on. What's Mary's little recipe then?
I can't tell you. It's not a secret. I just can't tell you what's in there. It's all your sort of usual stuff. It's obviously just...
It's the levels. I think everybody has their own little, like I do, 100 or 200 of that. 3 of these or 2 of these, and then
I've got it on my phone.
Have you?
Easy access, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you after when it's not recording. I'll show you what it is.
Mine's all up here, see.
Yeah, see, I can't do that.
No,
because I don't actually like cooking.
Oh, didn't you? We're talking about potatoes like you're a master chef.
Oh yeah, I can't stand it. Some people get in the kitchen and they absolutely love it, don't they? It's like
I do like getting the knives out. Yeah,
it's like their happy place. But I love food. I love eating food. I like talking about food. I just don't particularly care for making food.
Right, I'm with you.
But also, when I make stuff, it tends to come out quite nice.
Yeah, it's something to be proud of.
Yeah. But I still don't get any enjoyment from it. I get enjoyment from eating it.
Yeah.
If I'm by myself in the house, as little as possible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's fair enough because it's just for you then.
Yeah.
And if you're on your own, you're like minimum effort here.
Yeah.
Because it's only me.
But when there's us two here, yeah, like we've had lasagna today, risotto.
Yeah.
We had curry at the start of the week.
Nice.
These were all lunchtime meals.
Yeah.
Because I've been working late.
Yeah.
It's been great actually. Working late has been really good.
Yeah, I used to like late in my old job as well because you would have your big meals earlier.
Yeah.
And then when you went to bed, you weren't so sort of all full up. You like I had a little snack and I'm just all right till the morning.
A little sandwich and off you go.
Yeah. That's how we should eat though.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you should have more in the morning and then less as the day goes on. People will tell me otherwise.
I mean, I don't have breakfast, so I used to have it all the time, but I don't. No, the only time I have it is when the kids are here, and then that's just like pain au chocolat and croissants and
posh twat breakfast.
but it's so good. It's only a nice little treat every couple of weeks.
But that's fair. You should have breakfast every day.
We see what I do is because I eat quite late normally.
Oh,
and
right,
normally I have my big dinner in the evening.
Yeah.
And then burning those calories through the day.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I could eat at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I won't eat my lunch until 2, 3 o'clock the next day.
Oh, it's quite a long time.
Yeah, but
I have to have breakfast every morning, otherwise I feel hungry by 8 o'clock.
I used to think I'd feel the exact same way because I used to have breakfast every single morning.
Yeah.
And I don't now. And once, because I used to go to work, so I used to wake up, have my breakfast, go to work. When I stopped having breakfast, I just went to work, and you're so busy, you don't think about it.
Yeah.
And then you sort of get through the day, and then you get home, and you're like, right, I'm ready for lunch now.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get, all I do is have a coffee in the morning. The purists, the anti-breakfast purists, would say you should just be having water in the morning. That's all you need.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that. Yeah.
But that's not for me. I like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you need to warm the engine up with a bit of warm drink.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit. That's a good way to put it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I like a cup of tea in the morning, and then I have a green tea.
Yeah.
You know, at work.
Yeah.
So like I'm just detoxing the porridge and tea, swirling the dairy, swirling around my tummy because it's milk and milk, and then the green tea washes me out, and I'm good for the day. Yeah. Yeah. But then I have little lunch. So once the porridge is in it, I might have a banana and like a cheap packet of crisps or like some lentils or something, crisps, please. And then I'm good till dinner.
Yeah, so you've just done it a different way, haven't you?
But then I do have like leftover meals for breakfast. So if there's spag bowl left, I'll have a massive plate of that for breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm like. Yeah, chicken casserole. I'll have the rest of that for breakfast. Yeah,
fair enough.
The guys at work always laugh. What'd you have for breakfast today? Curry. Leftover fish and chips. I just chucked it in the oven when I got up and had that before I left.
That's madness. I like it. That's good. That's a good idea.
Only if it's left. Like I won't purposefully make stuff. Yeah. But like if I make a load the night before and nobody's eating it.
I know you get up early to walk the dog and whatever. But if you got up early and I said, "Oh, what you got up so early for?" "Oh yeah, I was putting a spag bowl on."
Yeah, I was just chopping up a spag bowl. Yeah. To be fair, from on collections, I do get up early and prep meals for the evening. Yeah. Yeah, because obviously I'm getting in at 6 o'clock. Yeah. It's then ready to go. Like I'll prepare a casserole and just leave it on the side with a little sticky note on it. Put me in at 3 o'clock. But I'm there at like 5 in the morning chopping onions. What am I doing up now? Just need to.
Yes, but because I always eat my dinner so late, by the time I get in at 6, it's fine. Yeah. I'll probably start preparing my dinner at 7. Yeah. By the time you sort of get home, have a shower, and get yourself cleaned up and sort of relaxed. Yeah, that's fair. Then start cooking, and I can sit and watch a bit of telly
as you're eating. I used to eat later than that, but now I'm back at Nan's. She likes to eat a bit earlier because she's in bed about 7. Oh, okay. So obviously dinner's got to be around 5. Yeah, that's why I'm more conscious about eating at 5. Yeah,
I eat earlier when the kids are here.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. They're going to bed earlier than us, aren't they? Yeah. And my nan's just like an overgrown child. So.
She'll appreciate that.
Old wrinkly overgrown child. Oh, she'll call me all the names under the sun anyway. So. Oh, she's funny. Yeah. No, yeah, I do enjoy cooking when it's on my terms. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't. Yeah, it's because I have to plan the week out, and I'm a bit compulsive. So if it doesn't go my way, and I've got to change tack and use something else to cook with, I planned the dates of stuff. So we were going to have that tonight, sort of thing. Yeah, and then you get that little sort of cartoon sort of edginess. Oh God, them parsnips are going to be rotten by the time I use them. Like.
Yeah, I always plan. I plan my dinners for budget reasons, but not for any other reason. Just so I'm not just spending money for no. Yeah. You've got to be sort of savvy with it. So I always try and sort of work out what I'm going to do, but it also means that I can flip some days around if I want to. Yeah. Like some days you get home from work, don't you, and you're exhausted. You think, wow, can't be bothered to be chopping all that veg up. No. Shall I have a burger for tea? Yeah, all right. I'll do the veg tomorrow. I'll probably be feeling better tomorrow. Yeah. That's sort of how it works for me.
Yeah, I'm just a bit too.
Yeah, but you've got you. Yeah.
We're having sausage casserole tonight because that's it. So that's it. Yeah. If it ain't in the oven, someone's going people are going to get hurt. All right.
I actually wish it was more like that though. Like the fact that you're able to get up and be prepared. I'd never do that. I'm far too lazy for that. I just want everything to be easy. Like I say, I don't really want to be in the kitchen cooking. So anything I can do to avoid that is good for me. Yeah. But then I'm like, the best food comes when you spend time in the kitchen.
That's it. Yeah.
So I never cook anything nice for myself. I cook nice stuff when other people are here.
Oh yeah.
Which sounds kind of weird. Like, why would I give myself less good stuff and wait for other people?
And more pressure when actually somebody else is in your company. Yeah.
Well, I'd just rather.
I think loads of people are like that.
Yeah, I don't care enough about myself.
Yeah, but I care about my mate having a decent dinner.
Yeah, I want to look after other people, but what I get, I'm not bothered. I'll be fine.
I'll have a bowl of cereal if I'm on my own. Was that the same? If I planned in the week that I'm on my own, I won't cook lovely jubbly meals. Or if I do, they'll last me a couple of days. My dad will laugh because he knows that it probably won't. It'll last me one sitting. I'm just there with a big casserole dish, just eating the whole lot in one night. And I go, oh no, I finished it. Oh, what have I done? That was supposed to last me till Thursday, but
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
it's the same when you get a bag of crisps. You get those big bags of crisps.
Yeah, no.
You think I should portion this out? I'll have a couple here,
I'll have a little bowl here, little bowl tomorrow. No,
one day.
10 minutes later, you're like,
there's only 3 left. I might as well finish them.
Yeah,
always the same.
Yeah, Pringles are the same. Pringles, love Pringles.
Yeah. So easy.
Because everything used to be quite snacky, but I am now, and it's because it's accessible. Now I've got some money to treat myself.
Yeah.
Like if I've got any spare cash, I'm like, I won't buy Warhammer or a Pokemon card. Do you know what I'll do? I'll buy 3 pots of Pringles, and they'll just look at me in my room till I've eaten them all.
Just paint the pots when you're done.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Lovely.
That's a shield for one of your orcs. You painted the lid.
Yeah, just the lid. Yeah. That's a bit of terrain. I've sprayed it brown. Lovely. There you go. It's a tree.
There's a tunnel.
To be fair, I mean, you should do that. Cheap terrain. Yeah, or an old Tupperware box or something. Yeah, it's really good ideas for terrain, by the way.
Yeah, just like the old Blue Peter days.
Yeah, that's it.
Making Tracy Island out of paper mache.
Yeah. Your Godzilla's really going to love walking around through it. Yeah. Ah, wow. Yeah. But then I don't have much money because I did treat myself. I say treat myself. I auctioned a new Warhammer army for a little bit of money. And then I thought to myself, it needs painting and stripping and fixing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Lovely models. Just in transit, it got a bit cold, so it got a bit brittle. It was bound to happen. That's unavoidable. And then I was like, I haven't even thought about the time.
Yeah.
So I'm on about cooking in the kitchen, but then the whole time I'm cooking, I'm like, the models are upstairs and they need to be stripped, or. I'm cooking this lovely meal, but I need to be painting. Oh, but I've got to go to bed in a minute because I've got to get up at 5 to prepare a casserole, so I'm never going to do any painting. I better go to bed at 8 o'clock. It's endless, man. Endless.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least my nan's fed.
That's the important thing.
Yeah, Nana gets some food.
Good look after her.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she calls me all the names under the sun, but she deserves to be fed.
Oh, that's it, isn't it?